we are seeing of late a lot of fit people are getting cardiac arrest and heart attack while they are on their rides or runs or gymming these days. So wh- what's the myth over here? Is being fit, what is being fit and what is being healthy? And
Yeah.
uh, you spoke about CPR, and this is specifically I wanted to speak with you because we have seen a lot of athletes getting very fatal injuries due to this. So uh, what is it that you have to say,
I
and
got
what can be done in this case?
your point. Like we often hear an athlete who is going on a run and he collapses and
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
had to lose his life. But Rohan, just
yeah.
see general population. So many people are getting the heart attack. Why they don't come into limelight is because they are just doing their routine activity, right? Now, if a runner runs and collapse, it gets highlighted, nothing else. See,
Yeah.
the percentage wise, the population getting heart attack and
Hmm.
somehow a runner or a cyclist getting a heart attack during his activity, that gets
Hmm.
more highlighted, I think, more reported rather. We often don't come to know, cardiac arrests happening around this. So I think that is a
Yeah.
myth. Secondly, what I would say is being fit is always better. I mean, if you hear some two, three cases that people on the run, they got their attack, and that should not deter you because anyway, the chances are very less in a person who is physically active. Now, what happens
Hmm.
is being physically fit, and there is one more aspect which we are overlooking over here is we don't know what stress that person is going through.
Hmm.
Stress of your profession, maybe it might be a family, some stress issues, right? That can be also there. So this stress also play a lot of role in developing what we call as blockages, what we know as blockages. They are nothing but
Right.
they are a atherosclerotic plaque in terms of medicine.
Hmm.
What it is doing is it is narrowing the blood vessels which are supplying blood to the heart, right? Now that process is multifactorial. It is not just that if you're doing physical exercise, but if you're not sleeping well, if you're not eating well,
Yeah.
if you have your work tension, workload, and that stress is also very important factor, so we cannot overlook that.
Yes.
And as I said, only thing is it gets reported more, so that is why we come to know about it. Like heart attack is quite
Yeah.
common, but definitely all these cardiac activities are not only making you fitter, they are also a good stress buster. See,
Absolutely.
you feel good after a after a ride, and
Yeah.
after a run, after a swim, after a gym, probably that feel good factor is also very important. And
Yeah.
what I was yeah, and one should listen to the body. See, it doesn't
Hmm.
happen that overnight, like an heart attack comes. The person comes to know actually. So when you're
Hmm.
doing exercise, be little do little warm up, do stretching, warm up, and start that activity at a slower pace, right? So if you're running at a slower pace, there are high chances that you come to know about this aches and pains.
Hmm.
If there is a chest
Hmm.
pain, sometimes there is no chest pain, the pain gets referred to your shoulder, your left arm, or left side of the
Right.
jaw. Like such symptoms, if you feel uneasy, like you should stop. So the intensity of activity should not be very high right from the
Hmm.
beginning, and you should look out for signs. Now I think all the sportsmen have doctor friends also doing this activity, so give them a
Yeah.
call, have a word with them. If required, you can do a ECG. If required,
Hmm.
they can advise you a 2D echo, and listen to your bodies, to your body,
Hmm.
what any signs and symptoms.